We've got lots of different snails from lots of different sites around campus. Each snail we've marked individually so we can record exactly where they were picked up from, and each individual site has been GPS tagged so we can return to it and match up to the individual snails.
Did you get all of these?
Blew this one up a little bit.
Many people know about snails and that they exist in their gardens and they attack their vegetables, but they don't link snails to the whole garden, and they don't think of them as animals that can explore all of one's outdoor living space. So I think it's important to demonstrate that snails will explore most of the garden, and we'd like to provide some facts and figures about how fast they do that, how long it takes for them to visit every part of the garden, which parts of the garden they prefer, and whether it depends on the weather and the time of year. We're going to release them in a central point in a garden, and we're going to follow their movements through the night. Some of these snails are going to be shining with LED lights so that we can see them, and others are marked with ultraviolet paint so that we can track them. We're going to be measuring their movement, monitoring which parts of the garden they prefer to visit, and how quickly to see where they end up. We all know that dogs like to explore every nook and cranny in the garden. I think we're not so aware about how much of the garden snails use. We think they're confined to the vegetable patch. And this is what this research is designed to show, is that in fact snails will explore similar patches to dogs, therefore come into contact with dogs during the day or at night. They'll perhaps explore dog feces in the garden, they might explore dog toys in the garden. And we know that lungworm is increasing in prevalence throughout the UK, it's also moving north. We've had a couple of years of warm and wet summers. This is perfect conditions for snails, and therefore it's perfect conditions for the parasite as well. It's becoming a real problem, not just in the south of England and in Wales and in Ireland, it's moving north to Scotland, so it's a national problem, and we all have to pay attention to the interaction between dogs and snails.